Blah. Hey guys, I'm again with another YouTube video, part 5 of my Skyhawk tutorial on how to build it. Today we're going to be taking a look at the very distinctive wings of the Skyhawk. This is the only wing that I have in full form, basically. The other one is taken apart, so I can show you guys this tutorial. I should say mostly taken apart. And yeah, so these wings are very, very distinctive. They got the engines coming off the back here, and then the pylon off the side, and then the armament air scoop, and then the kind of like the stabilizer wing on the side there. But yeah, enough about that. So this is the basic wing itself. This is what you guys are going to build. That's what the bottom looks like. That's what the top looks like. There's a pattern coming down the top. You don't necessarily have to do the pattern. I think it looks way awesome with the pattern though. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and break this down into its corresponding parts and yeah, show you guys how to build it. As I'm breaking this down, I'm going to lay out the pieces, and if you guys see any pieces that you need to grab, don't be afraid to go grab them. It's much easier to follow along with the build when you have all the necessary pieces. You don't have to look for anything or dig up anything of that sorts. I really need one of my brick separators. Have no idea where the 3 or 4 that I have are at. They would be so helpful right now. This is killing my fingernails. I just cut them. They're having a very, very difficult time. I also have to be very careful because these wings are very sturdy when everything is placed together. But the issue is I really don't know how to build them from scratch. So I'm always worried that if I take something apart from a build and I go to put it back together, I won't remember how to put it back together, which is why I've been laying these bricks out like I have. Got kind of confused there. I'll step my thumb from doing all that. Remember to have a brick separator somewhere. Help you guys out a lot. Alright, so each wing will need 4 of these other wing pieces. They're simply held together using plates in the back. So you're going to want one piece looking like this and the other piece looking like this. So that when placed side by side, there's a 2 gap up at the top. Just make sure you got that down. This one's facing this way. I use these as kind of like a air scoop, and you just place it on the bottom right there. Pay attention to the direction that you do place it, because it does matter if you're working on a certain wing. You don't want a wing with a backwards air scoop. So you're going to have both of these placed together. Then take a 4x4 plate and just place it down at the bottom. They'll hold the entire wing together as you work, basically. Then, in order to make this piece, all you really need to do is take and make a 4x10 studs down on the bottom, and then 4x10 studs up on top. I did it with a bunch of mix-matched pieces. On the wing over there, the bottom piece is a whole piece, and then the top is actually a mix match as well. Like I said though, you just need to have 10x4 studs, which is a 4x4 and a 4x6 makes 10x4. Like I said, 10x4, just remember 10x4. I'm missing a piece here. There's nothing I can really do about it. I don't have a replacement part. But yeah, just have that handy basically. Set that off to the side. Now then, to fill up the rest of the wing, make it nice and sturdy, start filling in pieces like I do. Then this piece that you made before goes on bottom, like so that there's two studs hanging out. Smush it all together, make sure it's nice and steady, firm. Then, for kind of like the little design that I did on the wings, pretty simple. This piece though is a 2x3, and it just sits on the bottom right there. Like I said, the design is pretty simple. I came in an hourglass configuration, so that piece goes like so, that piece goes there, there. Oop, these two pieces are backwards. Just like so, and then take the kind of like the inverse pieces and set them up so that there is no more of that ugly blue sides on the sides. And now you have a kind of a nice kind of pattern coming down the wing here, and it makes it a lot more visually appealing than just a normal wing. Bottom, top, sturdy. You know, kind of a thick wing, but it needs to be thick because it does get heavy in a little bit. So set that piece off to the side. What else am I going to build? I guess we'll do cannon armaments. Alright, so this is a pretty basic piece that you guys are going to build. Takes all of 4 major pieces, and then the other ones are kind of secondary pieces. Missiles. It's got a biochemical in front for any humans, troops, aliens of that sort, and then the blue in the back for droids, which I would assume that the blue is used more than the green, but you never know when you might need both, so it's simply combined into both. a 4x4 plate, one of these side building pieces. It simply sits on bottom like so. These slope bricks sit right there. Plop these on. And you're good to go. So that's one kind of armament down. The next two are these types of pieces. I just so happen to have 4 clear ones. You can use black, dark gray, orange if you want. Orange sounds really cool actually, especially with red and dark red. So you're going to need 2 of those. Set those off to the side. And then you have kind of like the main cannon here, which is a little bit more difficult to build, but it still works out pretty well. So just build kind of one of these. Don't need to explain that one to you guys. Hope not, anyhow. And you're gonna find 2 of those, one of these, one of these, and then you're gonna make this. So this is pretty simple to make. Start with a 1x3 on bottom. Do another 1x3 stud layer. I used a 1x2 plate and then just a 1x1. Now then make sure that these here don't have any studs on them, and then that one does have a stud on it. So once you build that, you can set that piece there, that piece there, that piece there, that piece there, and that piece there. The reason these don't have studs on it is because that sits on a wing piece. Sits right on one of the wing pieces that doesn't accept studs. So if it can't accept studs, you don't want to, put studs there, so that it might mess it up. Looks just like that. In terms of your other cannons and armament and guns, take both of these. I'm gonna put one side by side there. Skip a stud space and put the other one right there. These pieces, they sit in these 4 available studs right here, 4x4 piece, right there. Squish it down, and then you have your full armament ready to go. Alright, so set that piece off to the side once more. You're going to now build one of the pylons that comes off of it. So start out with 2 of these pieces together, or you can just do one piece. One of the pieces that we used on the doors works. 2 of these pieces. I like the decals a lot, so I use decals. As long as they match up, you're good to go. Then one of these pieces, and that just pops into place there. One pops right there, and then the other one pops right there. So that's one of the pylons. Jeez. It sits right there. On the very end of the wing, and it hangs off the edge. Just like so. So that's one of the wing pylons. Set this piece off to the side once more. Now you have the stabilizer wing. It uses one of these pieces with the Republic Armada piece on the other side. And then 2 of these hinge pieces. I recommend you get the hinge plates that stick out, that are actually a 2x2 surface area. The only ones that I had were these, so I made do. And it simply sits right there, and right there, so that they can fold like so. Okay, set that piece off to the side. You can't exactly put that on just yet. Alright, now then, time for the main part that really makes the Skyhawk iconic. So this is the main engine. It's a lot cooler shape than the normal Gunship's engine does, and it replaces the circle special pieces with curve special pieces. So it kind of defeats the purpose of what I built the Skyhawk for, but it does add a lot cooler look. So yeah, this is really simple to build. I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you guys. Alright, we're going to start off with the piece that I was just holding, which basically has the main engine, basically. So, 2x4. Two of these that are 4 studs long, not the 3 studs long, though you will need the 3 studs long. Place them together just like so. Then take a 1x4, place it on the back. 2x4, place it on the back. And that should lock your two pieces together like so. And then the 1x3 pieces that are sloped on the side go up on top here, just like so. And set that off to the side. Take another one of these, take one of the inverted slopes, put it together just like so. Snap your engine piece in, and that's in the end is going to sit just like that. So you can set both of these off to the side. You're going to need 2 of these. Otherwise, you can get the kind of like the one really big full one. Obviously, I got these ones off of one of the XO4 sets. I actually got the XO4 set from a garage sale. 2x2 flat piece. Sits up on top right there. And then I used these pieces, but be sure that they're the ones with only 2 studs instead of the 4. And they sit just like that. So you get this long aerodynamic shape. Now then, to hold it together a little bit more, you can take this piece and set it just like so. Take this piece and set it in just like so. Then take a 2x4, preferably, and it sits in there, just like so. You're going to need 2 of these pieces, reversed or mirrored, so that one placed together and they make a full piece. One goes there. The other one goes there. Slope pieces. One goes there. One goes there. And that's basically how you build the engine. Alright, so you got to put it all together now. You've already put most of the wing together. The engine simply sits right there, so that one side is flush with the edge of the wing. Push it down, get it all squished together nice and tight so it doesn't fall apart or anything. And then the stabilizer wing sits right there, and you push it down so that it sits just like that. And that's how you build the wings. Now then you're going to build two, obviously. So that's kind of a lot of specialty pieces that you might need. But they look fantastic. I love the wings. They're really sturdy, hard. They're kind of heavy. Trust me when I say that this MOC gets very heavy towards the end. But they will serve you guys well. I know they've served me pretty well. I mean, they've been through quite a few drops, and you know, a few pieces have come loose, obviously, as normal with Legos, but there's never been any like major catastrophic failures. Unless you guys want to test that. So be my guest if you want to drop your gunship, but I don't want to drop mine because it's been with me for like 2 or 3 years. It's been with me for a very, very long time. It's got a lot of sentimental value to me. It's my first gunship I have ever made, the first one that I ever modified off of Lego instructions, and it means a lot to me. So I'm not going to personally drop mine. But so far what we've built is secondary cockpit, main cockpit, 2 doors, 2 attack pods, and then your 2 wings. So what is left to build, you might ask, is the main gunship itself. I do have it obviously broken down into its corresponding pieces right over here. So you've got the upper fuselage. Just comes off the MOC really simple. I kept the kind of quick detach system that Lego had going on. This one will actually be built on the computer using LDD because I am far too scared to take this apart and then something go wrong and I end up not being able to put it back together correctly, and I end up basically just screwing myself over. I don't want that to ever happen to any of my MOCs. So I will not be taking this apart. It will be done on LDD. Troops in the back. Storage area in the front. Secondary cockpit attaches here. And then the primary cockpit just sits, pretty much just sits there. Okay. So that's the one piece that we have to do. So the storage thing that I just pointed out holds the shield generator. This is simple to do. It's just a bunch of rims stuck together on a main part. Real simple. And then the major thing that you guys got to build is the entire main body that you see right here. So this includes the door system, a back storage bay, the main troop bay down there. Has Captain Brex inside of it, actually. The front, which doesn't really have a designated use, but I do use it to seat extra troops. It's got Commander Gree, a custom jetpack trooper, and then a spare ARF trooper that I had. And then you got to build the front here, which houses the main cockpit. And then you got to basically assemble it. So I'm also going to do the assembly video in this video just to save myself some time, save you guys some time. Basically, you'll build all of this, build the fuselage as well, and the other videos. And basically, if you notice these stick out, they simply sit right there. Open up the back cargo bay and push down right there. So so that the fuselage is nice and secure. Close it. That's all done. You're going to then take your shield generator, plop it into place right in there. It just kind of sits in there loosely, but I'm sure you guys could probably lock it down somehow. Secondary cockpit snaps into place up there. Primary cockpit, like I said, just sits right there. Secondary one I seem to have made a mistake. Stay fixed. Primary cockpit sits in there. Secondary closes up on top of it, like so. Doors snap into place there. Snap into place there. They can open up. Side attack pods. One goes there. Other one goes right there. And then the wings, they sit right in the middle of the bottom piece. I just got a natural feel for it over time. If you guys take the wings off enough, you will too. Trust me. Run out of room, basically. And then you have yourself a fully built Skyhawk. So it's a really nice model. I absolutely love it. Features a load of extra features that normal Lego gunships don't. A load of kind of like playability features as well. If you guys want to know how to pick this up, or like physically pick it up, I recommend doing it by the back and the front, and then when you get it up, kind of put your hand underneath the belly. The other way that I recommend you guys can do this is by grabbing hard. Oh yeah, that was the other Skyhawk. Never mind, don't do that. Basically just pick it up in the back and the front and the nose and the rear. Don't pick it up any other way. If you guys want to modify, like back here, you could probably put a carrying handle on it. Like I said, it features a bunch of playability features. If you guys need the axis down in the bottom here, you just pull out your main cockpit and then you got your cones down there. Set that back into place. Cockpit opens. Or electronic warfare jamming pod, radar, antennas, engine, stabilizer, cannon, missiles, cannon, missiles, storage bay, your troop bay in the back here. It's got your troops in it. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this model. I'll see you guys in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed this build. Hope you guys loved the tutorials. Be on the lookout for tutorial number 6 and 7, I think, where we go over the main fuselage and then the troop bay and the nose and the storage bay in the back. And yeah, that'll give you guys the final 2 pieces that you need to actually build the Skyhawk. So I'll see you guys in that video later. Hope you guys loved the videos. Remember to come rate and subscribe for more videos like this one. Word of advice, if you're going to build a Skyhawk and you're kind of weak and you can't really pick up anything heavy, build the Skyhawk in a place that's stationary where it will stay forever, because it is a very heavy MOC. But yeah, It's a really sweet MOC to add to any LEGO collection. I highly recommend you guys do build it. If you guys do get a chance to build it, comment down below, show me that you guys built it. I would love to see what you guys came up with, especially a 501st one. Oh my gosh, a 501st one would be insanely awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll see you guys later. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.